It all began with artist and producer Glenn River interviewing artists in their studios over many years.
Gus, let me get one of you in front of sort of became committed to art, knew that it was going to be an important thing to you relatively early, didn't you?
Exactly. Right. It's just I never thought there was any question about it. You know, my dad put crayons and paper in front of us when we were five years old, and I thought it was normal. And I may have said that before, but I thought everybody was an artist.
The execution is done on faith. You know, I mean, I don't make paintings or drawings with the purpose in mind of selling.
This is my studio, and this is me, and this is what I'm trying to do, and I'm surrounded by what I've done, for better or worse. I'm working on this one at present. Sort of a return. This is sort of a return to old-fashioned narrative painting. That's a dog going fast, unfinished. I've been working in pastel quite a bit, and combining it with acrylic and with charcoal drawing, and I mean, this is an example of that.
Let me ask you, how did you get involved in art to begin with?
Oh, that's a hard question. My mother played the piano and painted, well, as an amateur, but pretty well. And my father was an amateur photographer. So there was an appreciation, you know, in my family as a child. They did not like the idea that I would go on to think of first music and then later photography and art as a profession. That was not their wish for me, or at least certainly not my father's.
So this song is for Clark. Yes?
I think that I've probably written about almost every emotion that exists. A lot of what I'm trying to write about is from the heart.
When I'd pick up the guitar and, you know, and try some lick, it'd be something, oh, hey, that sounds great, you know, and I was like, however old, 10, 11 years old or something, you know. So I'd plug in the microphone, plug it into the reel-to-reel, and record the same thing, and then listen to it back, you know, and maybe that wasn't so right, try and do it again, and it really came from ideas. I didn't write a song for a while.
I remember seeing you at a lot of open mics, and never knew about the stage fright.
Even back in the 60s and 70s, when I did most of my performing, people would tell me they couldn't tell that I was scared to death. And
yeah.
Even when I went back to it in the 90s.
Yeah.
The last full song that I completed and play in public is a song called Cycles. I was sad, but then there's also a part in the song about hope. You know, I know there's a rainbow in there somewhere, so it keeps me shining on. Inside me there's a lantern and it's burning. about hope, you know, about looking up to the positive, because these cycles are always going to come back around, you know. It's kind of like the changes in the seasons, you know. You're going to have good, and then you're going to have bad, and then you're just going to have good again. So you just got to keep living through it, you know, flowing through it.
And I don't remember when I started. But this is the first phase here. This one with the cast polyester resin spheres in it. This is the first phase here, and I did many, many more of these, but there's only room for 2 of them in this space. And these are the best anyway. And I cast these and then was suddenly aware of the fact that I could make the colors change 3 times. When I first began these things, I'd put them on motors, and then I found that people move, and I didn't need to put the motors in the work, because the people move, and as they move from one side to another past these at eye level, they turn color. From this area, they're mostly blue, 1 yellow, and 1 pink. And then if you move over, the viewer is exactly in front of them. They're multicolored, they're all different colors. And then when the viewer comes over here, they're mostly pink, but there's 1 or 2 that are green. And so I did these for quite some time and felt that it was time to stop using the polyester resin, because, as you know, it's toxic.